Om. 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhanaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmana Brahmaspata Anashrinvannuktibhisita Sadhanam. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha Saraswatye Namo Nityam Bhadrakale Namo Namaha Veda Vedanta Vedanga Vidyasthanebhya eva cha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sadashivasamarambha शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः भगवान् बादरायणः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति शांति शांति। हम लोग थर्ड श्लोक पढ़ेंगे, पेज नंबर 129। 129 पे थर्ड श्लोक अद्वैत प्रकरण का श्लोक। आत्मा याकाशवज्जीवैः घटाकाशैरिवोदितः घटादिवच्च सङ्घातैः जाता वेतन्निदर्शनम्। आत्मा याकाशवज्जीवैः घटाकाशैरिवोदितः घटादिवच्च सङ्घातैः जाता वेतन्निदर्शनम्। जाता वेतन्निदर्शनम्। आप लोगों ने रिवाइज किया होगा, you must have revised. Yesterday we saw that shloka 1 is the commentary, or the whole Advaita Prakaran is the commentary of the word Advaitam from the Mantra 7. In Agam Prakarana, we had finished this Mantra 7. In that, there had come one word called Advaitam, and this whole Prakaran is the commentary of that word only. The first two shlokas we saw yesterday was the Pratigya Vakya. And what was the pratikya? What was in the first shlok? You see, first shlok said that there are two things when a person does upasana. There is one upasak and there is one upasya. So the upasak feels that he is limited at present and he has to attain a position or attain something in the future. That Brahma that is also born and I am also born. So I have to attain after death, I'll attain moksha, liberation, not now. So Brahma is born and I am also born. Jate Brahmani Vardate. So both are born. And after doing upasana, I will merge in that God. After doing some upasana, then only I will merge in that God. Till then, I am finite being. So right now I am not with that God. So he is how he is upasana ashritaha. He is upasana ashrit. He's taking the support of that upasana. He sees bhed between the upase and the upasak. He sees the bhed and feels bhed can be removed by that upasana. He feels that the bhed can be removed by what? By the upasana. Now he is with the bhed. And that is why the word given by Gaudapadacharya is kripana. This thought is called kripan thought. As though he is a Purna now, right now, and then he will become Purna after doing the upasana of Purna Atma. But not now. So he is going to bring that nature. He does not have that nature right now of that Purna Atma, but he will be bringing that. So what does he feel? I am coming from that God. The sansar has come from that God. Everything is born from that. And after I do upasana, I will be removing the bhed. I will become one. I will merge with that God. That is called his moksha. That I'll merge with that God. So his upasana was to do the merger with that God. Okay, so this was our first shloka. Tena sau kripana smritaha. So all the wise people, smrita means the wise people call him kripan because of this thought. Kripan is, like we saw yesterday, one who has got the capacity to spend, but he does not spend. He is called a kripan. So similarly, here he has got the power, he has got the capacity to know himself, but still he feels that he will be knowing later. This is what has been said in the first shlok. Then we came to the second shlok. Ataha vakshyami. And therefore I am going to tell you. Because of this, I am going to tell you the nature of that Brahma, which is akarpanyam, ajati, samatam gatam. These three words were used, if you remember yesterday. So, akarpanyam means what? Akarpanyam. The word given here was bhumakhyam and then Brahma. So bhumakhyam, bhuma means it is of the nature of bhuma means very big, infinite. Bhumakhyam. So therefore I am going to tell about that state which is of akarpanyam, that state which is ajatim, unborn, and that state which is samatam gatam, without any specification. Nirvisheshatam. Okay, if you remember, it must have revised it. So the three words were used here. Bhumakyam. Why was it bhumakyam? Because sabharyabhyantaram ajam, akarpanyam. Why is it akarpanyam? Because it is inside and outside everywhere. It is not like it is only inside the body, what we think it to be at present. It's not like that. At present, we feel that we are inside the body. The body is limiting us. Outside the body is the sansar. Inside the body, I am. But here it is saying sa bayabhyantara majam. First line on page 129. So that is why it is called Bhuma. It is unlimited, infinite. Then Bhumakyam Brahma, and then it was said Ajatim, it is unborn. And Ajatim Avidyamana Jatirase. There is no jati in it. There is nothing called born. It cannot be born. And then we saw why. Why cannot it be born? Because partless. Because part cannot be born from partless. Partless only can be born from partless. Yesterday we saw that. And I had made you underline also Avayava Vaishamya Abhavat. Avayava means parts. Vaishamyam Abhavat. So there is no specification. There is no parts there because it is without any part. So nothing can be born from there. And what was the third word? Samatam Gatam. Samatam Gatam means what? It is Nirvishesh. Because anything Vishesh, anything, if we call it black, that means it cannot be white. If we call it good, it cannot be bad. So where will that bad go? Where will that black go? So it is inclusive of everything. It cannot leave anything. So that is why here is Sarva Samyam Gatam. It does not have any specification. It is Nirvisheshatam. Okay, so we had seen these two things. And then it was said in the next line, Yathana Jati Kinchit. This is very important because we feel we can see the whole world to be born, to be created, to be manufactured, to be coming out of something, and it has got an expiry date, or it dies, or it gets destroyed. But it is saying here, unlike that, what we see, Yathana Jayate Kinchit Jayamanam Samantata. There is nothing that is born. There is nothing that is born. Jayamana Samantata, though it appears to be born, though it appears to be created, manifested, but nothing is born here. Everything is everything is appearing, vivarth. Everything is appearing as if it is born. And the example here was given. Rajju, sir, last line of Bhashyam, 129th line, 129th page. रज्जु सर्पवत् अविद्याकृत दृष्ट्या जायमानं येन प्रकारेण न जायते सर्वतो अजमेव ब्रह्म भवति तथा तं प्रकारं शृण्वति इत्यर्थः. Like what? Like the rajju sarpavat. Like the sarpa is felt to be born on the rope. I mean, it is seen to be there on the rope, but it is not there actually at all. What is there? The rope only. Similarly, here also, only Brahma is there, the world is not there. This is how they are proving Ajatavad. Yesterday I told you that Mandukya proves Ajatavad only. So there is nothing born here. So it is continuously proving and propounding this total Ajatavad, that nothing is born, nothing can be born, but if it is seen, it is only vivarth, it is only superimposed. It is not there actually. Okay, so till here we saw. Today we will see the third shlok. The first line, Atma hi akashavat jivaihi ghatakashaihi ivoditaha. So the shortest sentence here will be Atma iv uditaha. Uditaha. Uditaha means what? See the last word uditaha on page 129. The Moolam. Uditaha. Udita means born, you can say manifested, or you can say appearing. Atma iv jivaihi iv uditaha. Jivaihi is there in between. Jivaihi. Got it? Atma jivaihi iv uditaha. Atma is appearing as if a jeev. Atma is born or manifested as if a jeev. So here jivaihi is in third case if you remember, if you see. The third case here means by, but we are not applying by here. It is itham bhave tritiya. Itham bhave tritiya means in this way, in its own way. So Atma is appearing as Jeev. Like if we say Swarna Abhushanaihi Uditaha. That does not mean that Swarna by the Abhushan is born. It is appearing as if an abhushan. So this is called itham bhave tritiya. In this way, in the manner of. So here atma jivaihi eva uditaha. Like what? Like akashvat ghatakashaihi eva. He has given the example of akash, total space, and pot space. Okay, so like space appears in the form of pot space. Total space is appearing in the form of pot space. This is not difficult for you all at all. You have heard this umpteen times, many times. That this is what? This is avachedvat. So this we had heard. So like space appears in the form of pot space, similarly Atma is appearing in the form of Jeev. Various kinds of Jeev. Okay, this is the meaning of the first line. Now please come to the second line. Ghatadivacha, like Ghatadivat, Sanghatehi jata vetan nidarshanam. यथा आकाश घटादिवत जातः तथा आत्मा संघाते ही जातः. Similarly, from atma, this body, mind, etc. is born. This is what is saying. Sanghate hi, all the body, mind, etc. Jata ved nidarshanam. Till now we were talking of conditions, but now conditioning from conditioner, space condition has come. That space, that conditioned space has come from the total space. So now it is talking about the conditioned Atma. That is, now it has taken the shape of the whole Sanghat, body, mind, etc., etc., all the sense organs, everything has come from what? Has come from that unconditioned Atma only. Now it is appearing as if it is conditioned. It has become conditioned now. Okay, so Sanghate Jata Vetan Nidarshanam. Let us see, let us now go to the Bhashya. Everything will be clear then. Again, we'll come back to this. Page number 130. Let's go to the Bhashya. Ajati Brahma Akarpanyam Vakshamiti. I will be telling, Vakshami means I'll be telling what? Ajati Brahma Akarpanyam. That Brahma, that is Ajati, unborn. And how is it? Akarpanyam. Yesterday we saw these both words. Akarpanyam, Sabhayabhyattaram Ajam. Akarpanyam means it does not have any finitude, no limitation in that. Bhumakyam, which was said yesterday. Vakshamiti, I'm going to say. Yat pratigyatam tat siddhitham hetum. Whose pratigya was done already. Yat pratigyatam, that I had done pratigya already. Tat siddhyartam hetum drishtantam. To prove that now jiva, what to prove what? Jivatma Aikyam, Jiv Atma and Brahma Aikyam. Hetum Drishtanta cha Vakshami Ityah. Hetu and Drishtant. Why am I saying this? And the Drishtant I am going to tell. I'm going to tell you. Vakshami Iti. Atma Parohi Yasmad Akashavad Sukshma Niravayavah Sarvagata Tasmat Akashavad Ukto Jivaihi Kshetragaihi Ghatakashaihi Iva Ghatakashatulyahi Uditaha Uktaha. Let us see this word, this line first. So Atma Parohi Yasmat. Bring Yasmat first. It will become Yasmat, then Paraha. Bring Paraha also. Yasmat Para Atma. He Akashavad Sukshmaha. Yasmat Para Atma, that absolute, because that absolute Atma, that is not born. Absolute Atma means here we have got two Atmas, Jate Brahmani and the Brahma. So Jata Brahmani is not being spoken of here. They are talking about the pure self, the pure Atma. So he is calling it Para Atma. Yasmat, because that Para Atma, Akashvat Sukshma, it is Sukshma like the Akash. So Sukshma, very, very Sukshma. How do we define the level of Sukshma? The more are the qualities, the grosser it becomes. The lesser are the qualities, the lesser perceivable it is through our sense organs, more subtle it is, more sukshma it is. So when it is not perceived by any of the organs or any of the sense organs, then it is so sukshma. It is very, very sukshma, very, very subtle, subtle most. So that is why this is being said that it is because it can't be perceived by the senses. That is why it is sukshma, like what? Akashvat. If you remember, we had proved Akash, the how to prove Akash, the presence, the existence of Akash. Can anybody tell me? We had two reasons. I have unmuted you. We had two reasons to prove the presence of Akash. Can anybody tell me? How do we prove Akash? Because you see, it is not perceived directly by senses. Akash is not directly proved. So we have to take the help of some logic. What were the two logics?
Should I say? If Akash is not there, then we are one. We are different. If you take out the Akash, we become one. Sound.
Fair. Did anybody get it? He's saying something related to sound. Lakhanji is trying to remember. Something related to sound.
पंचभूत के पांच गुण है, शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध।
Yes.
मिट्टी का जैसे हो गया स्मेल।
Air travel in space, it creates some.
She's saying something. Say again. You're right.
पंचगुण है, शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध।
क्या आवाज नहीं आ रही? हाँ बोलिए आप।
जैसे शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध 5 गुण है पंचभूत का, सबका एक एक हो गया, तो बाकी जो शब्द है उनके लिए भी एक होना चाहिए।
वेरी गुड। परिशेषात् न्याय इसको बोलते हैं।
हाँ, परिशेषात् न्याय, ये सब
ठीक है। और एक और
आकाश का गुण शब्द है।
आकाश का गुण शब्द है।
जब ये आकाश में चलती है तो साउंड क्रिएट होता
है। आकाश जब नहीं क्या
साउंड क्रिएट होता है।
का कैसे साउंड क्रिएट होता है? योगेश जी कुछ बोल रहे हैं, आप बता दीजिए।
एक तो अम्मा बता ही दिया इन्होंने, वो परिशेषात् न्याय, और एक अनुमान प्रमाण, वो वायु कहाँ मूव कर रही है।
हाँ, लखन जी एकदम क्लोज पहुंच गए थे।
क्लोज पहुंच गए, वेरी क्लोज।
वायु है, वायु मूव कर रही है, तो वायु मूव करने के लिए इट हैज टू हैव समथिंग मोर सटलर, some element to move where it is moving. It cannot move on itself. Why it cannot move on itself? What is the principle?
आत्मनि क्रिया
Swatmani Kriya Abhavat. So one cannot act on itself. Because one cannot act on itself, but Vayu, we see the Vayu to be moving, we perceive it actually to be moving. Therefore, there has to be another element, more subtle. Why more subtle? Because Vayu is pervading that. So it has to be more pervasive than the Vayu. Because Vayu is being held by that, because it is moving in that. So there has to be some element that is more subtle than the Vayu, which is the holder of that. And therefore, the presence of Akash is proved, that there has to be Akash where it is giving accommodation to this Vayu. Okay, I'm putting on this. Am I audible? तो यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या देख रहे थे? So that is why here it is सूक्ष्मः. Akashvat सूक्ष्मः. This word has been taken that it is सूक्ष्म like that Akash. See in the last line, संघाते ही जाता वेद निदर्शनम. Here they are Gaurapadacharya is saying, please do not take any other example other than this Akash to prove this. You will see it why. So he has taken the example of Akash only to prove it. To prove that from Akash only all the four elements have come. Similarly, from the Brahma only the whole creation has come. Even the Jeev and all the other creations also have come from that only. And what else? The second word you have to underline this Sukshmaha, Niravayavaha and Sarvagata. 3 words you have to underline. Sukshmaha, Niravayavaha and Sarvagata. So these 3 words are indicating the nature of that Para-Atma. So how is that? It is Sukshmaha because it cannot be perceived. So Akash is known by Anuman Praman. This is Anuman Praman only, the last one that we saw. One was Parisheshatnya and the second, which we are saying, Vayu should be in some other element, that is Anuman Praman. So through Anuman Praman only we prove this. Now Niravayavaha. Niravayavaha means what? It does not have any part. It is partless. It is partless like the Akash, like the space. So if it had part now, the problem would have been what? The problem would have been that it would be in space. Isn't it? If it was with part, then it will be in space. Then, if it was in space, we will not experience it in dream state and deep sleep state. Like we do not experience the waking world because it is in space. The waking world has got avayava. So anything with avayava cannot be experienced in the dream state or the deep sleep state. Am I clear? In the dream state also that is not there, and in the deep sleep state also it is not there. But we know that Atma is experienced in the deep sleep state and also in the dream state. Because on what is the dream superimposed? Because we are not taking anything of the waking state in the dream state. So if we are seeing anything in the dream state also, it is only due to the light of that Atma, Para-Atma. So if it was avayava, with avayava, then we won't have that experience in the dream state and the deep sleep state. Okay, so that is why Akash, like that space, it is Niravayavaha. And then it is said Sarvagataha. It is sarvagat. It is going through all. Sarvagata means what? Sarvagata means it is the material cause of everything. What is the difference between Sarvavyapi and Sarvagata? I'm going to the basics again. Who will tell me the difference between Sarvagata and Sarvavyapi? Actually, I have told only. Sarvagata and Sarvavyapi. Difference. What is Sarvavyapi? Abhama. What is Sarvavyapi? And Sarvavyapi? Sarvavyapi is very easy. What is Sarvavyapi? Tell me.
Space.
No, what is it? What does it mean? The word Sarvavyapi means what? Yes, Yogesh.
Sarvagati is the material cause, and Sarvavyapi is more subtle than, like space through water, space pervade kar raha hai, and water is the material cause of the wave, so Sarvagata. Like
Water
water and
is
wind.
Sarvagat in the wave,
Wave,
and space is Sarvavyapi in the
water,
wave.
wave
Wave.
also.
So water is Sarvagat in the wave, and space is Sarvavyapi in the wave. Gold is Sarvagat in the ornament, and space is Sarvavyapi in the ornament. I hope this is clear. So Sarvagat means the material cause of that thing, and Sarvavyapi means it is pervading. What is pervading? So if it is in space, the space has to pervade it. In the cloth, the thread is Sarvagat and space is Sarvavyapi. These two words are there. So here it is saying it is Sarvagat. So it is the material cause also of everything. And Sarvagat. So here it also means that it is Desh Pariched Rahityam. It does not have Sarvagat also means that there is no Desh Pariched in that. Why? Because Sarvagat here also includes Sarvavyapi because it is Vyapi. So there is no Desh Pariched that it is limited by space, that it is here and it is not there. It is here in Guwahati, but it is not there in Aparasa, Shivsagar. It is not there. It's not like that. As much space is here in Guwahati, so much space is also there in Shivsagar or wherever. So it is not limited by space. Tasmad Akashavad Uktaha Jivai. Same Atma appears in the form of Jivaihi. Same Apna Tasmad Akash. Next. Tasmad Akashavad Uktaha Jivaihi. Now here again Jivaihi is Itham Bhave. Itham, in this way, in this manner. Itham Bhave Tritiya. In this manner, that Atma only is appearing as Jeev. Appearing as Jivahi, Kshetragyehi, another word has been given. Now, Kshetragyehi. Kshetragyehi means Paraprakriti. Paraprakriti. Kshetra and Kshetragya Vibhag, that we had seen. Jeev and Kshetra. Kshetragya Jeev and Kshetra. It is appearing as what? As Jeev and Paraprakriti. Ghatakashayi iv. Like the space appears in the Ghatakasha tullehi, in the form of the pot space. Like the total space is appearing in the form of pot space. Has the pot made the space round? No, it cannot. But how does it appear to be round? Because our attention is on the pot wall. So when we see through the pot wall, we find the space conditioned as round. Actually, it is not round. It is not taken any shape. It is not limited by the pot walls inside the wall. The total space is as it is. It cannot change. It cannot be touched at all. Similarly, here also, we are the pot. We are the pot. We feel that we have become the jeev through the conditioning of what? Of the sanghat, of body, mind, intellect, as if we have become. As if we have become. But actually, are we? No, we have not changed. We have not become something. Like the total space is unchanged. Ghatakash akashahi iva ghatakasha tullehi uditaha uktaha. Uditaha uktaha. Uditaha means here it has taken from the moolam. Uditaha. Uditaha means what? Uktaha. Uktaha means total space is not changed at all. Our attention is not on the total space, rather it is on the pot space, that is the body and the mind. Okay, so that has been born as if it is manifested, as if it is being created, but nothing is created here. Nothing is born, nothing is manifested here. Okay, so again, please see this whole line. I have brought Yasmat first. Yasmat para Atma, that absolute self, para Atma, Akashvat, Sukshma, Niravayava, Sarvagataha. It is Sukshma without part and subtle and Sarvagat. Like what? Akashvat, like Akash. Similarly, Tasmat Akashvat Uktaha. Same Atma appears as Uktaha Jivaihi Kshetragaihi. It is appearing as Jeev and also the Paraprakriti, both. Jivaihi and Kshetragaihi. Ghatakashaihi eva Ghatakashatullehi. Like the space is appearing in the form of pot space. Uditaha, Uktaha. That is being born as if manifested, as if created. Sa eva Akash sama par atma. Sa means what? That Jivatma. Sa means Jivatma. That Jivatma is now same Atma. That Jivatma eva Akash sama is like para Atma only. Sa ev Akash sama par Atma. That Jivatma is like the total space. It does not become pot space. It is like the total space only. Now, try to relate it to our personal life. We have become what? We have become karta, bhokta, all these things. We have become something. Actually, we are not that. This is what is being said. And this is due to the sanghat, due to the identification to the sanghat, body, mind, intellect, sense organs. Various doers come up, various enjoyers come up, and it feels that I have become something now. I have lost my identity, the original identity which I am. I have lost that due to some other identification. Like a person who is a teacher and an obsessed teacher, she will forget that I am a mother also, I am a wife also, I have a house also. She's completely into teaching, she's completely into her profession. She's forgotten her own self. Similarly, here we have forgotten our own nature, what we are, absolute from the absolute point of view, what we have forgotten due to other identifications. Okay, so sa eva akasha sama para atma athava next athava घटाकाशैः यथा आकाश उदितः उत्पन्नः तथा परो जीवात्माभिः उत्पन्नः जीवात्मनां परस्मात् आत्मना उत्पत्तिर्या श्रूयते वेदान्तेषु सा महाकाशात् घटाकाशोत्पत्ति समा न परमार्थता इत्यभिप्राय. It is saying that in the form of pot space, the space is born. As if the space is born in the form of pot space. Ghatakashe hi yatha akash uditah utpannaha. Uditah means what? Utpannaha. As if it is born. What is born? As if the pot space is being born from the total space. As if it is born. But actually, is it born? Actually, is it born? Actually, when we are moving the pot, from one hall to the other hall, are we actually moving the space? I hope this example is clear. Tell me, are we moving the space? Who will tell me? If I want to, that's a very common example, but I want somebody to make a mistake. If I want to move the pot space from kitchen to the hall, do I need to take the pot with me from kitchen to the hall? I want to take the pot space from the kitchen to the hall. Do I need to carry the pot with me to the hall? Tell me. Yes? No? No, na? Okay, fine. Everybody is clear. If I want to merge the pot space with the total space, then what should I do? If I want to merge, because now it is different. So if I want to merge, what do I have to do? The pot space with the total space. Should I break? Should I break the pot?
Already merged.
Should I break the pot? Because I have to merge the pot space with the total space. Santosh ji, should I break the pot? Nobody is saying it. Hitama? No? Why no? Naranji, why no?
Space is there.
Huh?
Space is everywhere.
Ah, very good. Because it is not separate at all. Good. So that is why we do not need to break anything. Because it is one only. Isn't it? So here also it is saying that घटाकाशे हि यथा आकाश उदित उत्पन्नः तथा परो जीवात्माभिः उत्पन्नः जीवात्मनां परस्मात् आत्मना उत्पत्तिर यथा श्रूयते. This is heard in Vedanta. Vedanteshu श्रूयते. Upanishad in the Vedanta. This is heard. What is heard? Paramatma para उत्पन्ना तथा पर जीवात्माभिः उत्पन्नः. That similarly Paramatma in the form of Jeev is born. Jivatmabhir utpannaha. Jivatmanam parasmad atmana. Birth of Jivatmas are from that Paramatma only. From Parasmad Atmana Utpattir Yatha. Shruyate is heard where in Vedanteshu. Sa Mahakashat Ghatakashotpatti Sama. Like from Mahakash, Ghatakash is born. It is relative word and not from absolute reality. When we say that it is born, it is coming out, it is not from absolute reality. It is relative reality. We are saying that. Relative reality means what? Vivarth. It is superimposed. It is not like actually something is born. Like actually the pot space is not born from the total space because total space cannot be disintegrated or it cannot be cut into parts. So nothing can be born from there. Na parmarthata ityabhipraya. No, it is not absolute. It is relative. When we say all these things in Shruyate Vedanteshu, in the Vedant, when it is said like this, it is from the it is not from the absolute reality, but relative reality. So we have to understand these things, that it is, we will see Anand Giriji on page 129. Please come to Anand Giriji on page 129, last paragraph. Last paragraph. Yatha Kasha, second line. Yatha Kasho Vibhutvadi Dharmaha Swagat Tatvik Bhedavan Na Bhavati Tatha Paramatma Vishesh Abhavat. As space is Vyapak, Yatha Akasha Vibhutvadi Dharmaha, as Akasha has got Vibhutvadi. Vibhutva means Sarvavyapi. Vibhutvadi Dharmaha. So, Swagat Tatvik Bhedavan Na Bhavati. So it does not have Swagat Bhed, etc. It does not have Tatvik Swagat Bhed, etc. Upadhik Bhed it has. With the Upadhi, like in our house only, there is a kitchen space, there is a dining space, there is a bedroom space, there is a drawing room space, there may be a garden space, there may be a parking space. All these spaces are there. What are these? These are upadhik, related to the conditionings, upadhis. So these are upadhik akash. Actual akash is not broken. Tatvik akash is not broken. It's not separated. But the upadhik akash as if seems to be cut, as if seems to be conditioned. This is what is being said here. So apply this example to Brahma and Jeev. That Jeev cannot be conditioned, but it is appearing as if it has come out or it has manifested or it is born. But nothing can come out from partless because Paramatma is Vibhu. Paramatma does not have any part. It cannot be with parts. So nothing can come out from there. So that is why here it is said, Yathacha, next line, Yathacha Mahakasho Ghatakash Akarena Pratiyate, as the total space is appearing as pot space, etc. Yatha Mahakasho Ghatakash Akarena Pratiyate, Tatha Paramatma Nanavidh Jivakarena Pratiti Gocharo Bhavati Ityartha. Similarly, this Paramatma is appearing Nana with a Jivakarena, Nana with a Jivakar. Various kinds of Jeev it is appearing. It can appear as animals, it can appear as marine life, it can appear as Vanaspati, the forest, fauna, everything. It can appear as stones, it can appear as many things. Whatever we are looking at, it is all the appearance of that same Paramatma which cannot be parted or which cannot have parts. So it is appearing like that. This same thought has been told here, that total space that can't be born as it is not absent anywhere. How can it be born? How can it is only appearing. It cannot be born. The total space as pot space or some cloth, ghat, pat, all these spaces, it cannot be born like that. Because where is it now? Born, born means what? Born means it was not there earlier. Praga bhav has ended. This is called birth. And Pradvansa bhav has started. This is called death. So what is always there, which does not have any Praga bhav, how can it be born? So there is no Praga bhav there. So that is why the space cannot be born. Similarly, here Atma also, Paramatma also, it cannot be born. It cannot become small or it cannot be born. Okay. So here, next line. So this one, if we are talking about that Jeev, that first line, Ghatakasha iva uditaha, if we are talking as if it is manifested, it is from the relative reality, not the absolute reality. It is from the relative reality, not from the absolute reality. Tasmat eva akashat घटादयः संघाता यथोत्पद्यन्ते. Pot walls are superimposed on that space. Tasmat ev akashat घटादयः संघाताः यथोत्पद्यन्ते एवं आकाशस्थानीयात् परमात्मनः पृथिव्यादि भूतसंघाताः आध्यात्मिकाश्च कार्यकरणलक्षणाः रज्जु सर्पवद् विकल्पिताः जायन्ते. Very important line. This second line has been explained now. What is it saying? That similarly, tasmat eva akashat, like from the akash, tasmat eva akasha, like from the total space, the pot space, etc. are appearing. Similarly, tasmadeva akashat ghatadaya sanghataha, from that akash, like ghatadi pot walls are superimposed. Similarly, akash sthaniyat, now put the like example, drishtant is being put. So upaman and upameya. So upaman is now, upameya is now the Paramatma. So put the Paramatma in the Akash sthan. The example is to compare. So now put the Paramatma in the Akash sthan, and now it is saying that from Paramatmana, fifth case, from that Paramatma, Prithivyati Bhuta Sanghataha, all the Sanghat, what is the composition of the things? Prithivyadi, all the 5 elements. Adi, all the 5 elements. Adhyatmikascha. Adhyatmikascha means what is internal, the mind, etc. Mind composition, that mind stuff. Man, buddhi, chitta, hankara, all those things. Karya, karana, lakshanaha. Body. Karya means body. Karan means antakaran, etc. etc. Lakshanaha. Rajju sarpavat vikalpita jayante. They are all imagined like the snake on the rope. Imagine, they're calling us the snake. We are all the snakes. We have forgotten our rope. This is what is happening. So, I hope the example is clear. Like from that total space, the pot space, etc. are appearing. Similarly, from that Paramatma, all this Sanghat Adi, all the Prithvi Adi, everything is appearing. All is appearing. Now tell me one thing. Be very subtle now, okay? We have heard about that Shruti Vakya saying Tasmad va etasmad akasha sambhuta. I have told many times this line. We all know this line. Tasmad va etasmad akasha sambhuta. Now, if it is saying that Akash has come from that, If really it comes, in reality something comes out, it will change the cause. Like if the curd is coming from the milk is changed. Okay, butter is coming from the milk is gone. So something has in real it has come out. If something in real comes out, it will change the cause. If it is not real, like we take the example of dream, something has come out, we saw something in the dream, we cooked something, but when we get up, there is nothing. So there is no change. That means what? It was not real. So unreality means what? It does not change the cause. I hope this is clear. Unreality means it does not change the cause. The cause will be same. Similarly now, the Akash has come from that Paramatma without changing that Paramatma. Okay, this was the first one. From that Akash came air, Vayu, Vayu Sambhuta. Now Vayu did not change that Akash because we are getting Akash. From that Vayu came the Agni. It also did not change. Its cause was not changed. Then from our fire came water. Water also did not change fire because we are getting it. Again from that came Prithvi. So Prithvi did not change the water also, but it has come. All this indicates what? It is indicating that it is all vivarth, it is all superimposed because it is not changing its cause. So that is why nothing has come out.
पहले ये बताएं।
All is Ajatvad. Nothing can come out because it is not changing its cause. See, a mother delivers a baby, mother also changes. She has got some change in her, she modifies. But here nothing is modified. So how can you say that something has come out? This is what is being said here. Rajju sarpavat kalpita jayante. Everything is gone in a moment. So nothing has changed actually. So either something should have changed, either space changed or air came, but it's not possible that something changes here. Because everything came, but nothing changed. So that is why what happens? That one only. Okay, if we say like that something has come out from something, means four elements and Akash, these have all come out from that Param Satta only, from Akash. Now, if it has come out, then one more thing, one experience says that they are Samasatta. Our experience will say they are Samasatta. Samasatta, you understand? One realm of consciousness, one realm of reality. But actually, what is happening? Four elements and that Akash. If Akash is on one side and from Akash only all these four have come, actually they are not Samasattak also. Because Akash is the cause and from the cause everything is coming out. All four are vivarth on Akash. Because from Akash only everything has come out. The most subtle is the Akash only. So if from Akash everything is coming out, it is vivarth on Akash. So Akash must be not Samasattak. It should be not Samasattak. But we find everything is Samasattak here. Okay. So if you say these elements are vivarth on Akash, if you say like this, then Akash should be seen without these four elements. Again, if we say, please concentrate, if we say that these four elements are vivarth on Akash, superimposed on Akash, like we experience our Atma without any other thing also, and we say that all the three states are appearing on that Atma only. Atma is got separately also. Similarly, if all these four are vivarth on that Akash, so we should get Akash separately also without anything. But it is not so. Without the five elements, we cannot see Akash. This Akash is seen only because Panchikaran has taken place. So this is it is not like that. So it is difficulty of this example. So this is why Asanga, an all-pervading aspect of Akash, is being only talked of. So don't take this example don't stretch this example too much. Okay? We should not stretch this example too much, only to explain the Asangata and all-pervadingness of this Akash, we are taking this. The other aspects we cannot prove. We cannot compare Akash with the Paramatma in other aspects. Like Atma, we can get it in deep sleep also without anything. But here Akash we cannot get. Though we are talking that all the four elements are vivarth on that. I don't know whether I was able to explain this thing. You can ask me again if you're not understood. The total space here, that's what is saying that here, Ata Uchyate Ghatati Vaccha Sanghatehi Udita Iti. Ataha Uchyate, therefore it is said, Ghatadi Vaccha, Ghat Adivat, like the Ghat, etc. Sanghatehi Udita Iti. Sanghatehi, it is appearing as like all the sanghat in that ghat, similar ghat, pat, ityadi, like it is the space is appearing. Yada manda buddhim pratipipadayishaya, for the manda adhikari. This is for the manda adhikari. I had told you, this is for the manda adhikari. Madhyam and manda adhikari. Okay, 1 minute. It is for the manda adhikari. Manda buddhim pratipipadayishaya, Shruti is propounding the birth of Jivatma. Shrutya Atmana Jati Ruchyate. How is it there? How is it born? From that Paramatma only, from that Paramatma. It is coming out. Okay. Jivadinam tada jata upagamyamanayam etat nidarshanam. To prove that this example of Akash only should be taken. Don't take any other example, only this example of Akash, and that too, a part of it should be taken. Drishtanta yatodita akashavad ityadihi. So this example is taken to prove that how the birth of Jivatma has come from that Paramatma. So we should be very clear about it. Okay, so here we finish this one. Total space. So what have we proven here? Total space cannot be pot space, but it is appearing as pot space of a Chedwa. If conditioned body mind is false, how can the conditioned doer, enjoyer, etc. be real? The conditioned mind, body is not real, then the effects of that, the doer, enjoyer, everything, how can that be real? That is also not real. So two ways to see how birthlessness, ajatvad, is true. This we have seen here. And how ajatvad is true, how nothing can come out. If anything has come out, it is only vivarta. It is not actually something has come out. Okay, please revise this again and we will touch upon this again tomorrow and we will go ahead. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.